Hey, Jill. Long time no see, girl. How have you been?
You've got some nerve to message me. Did you forget what you did to me already, Aunt Petunia?
Oh, come on, Jill. Really? You're not still salty about that, are you? How many times do I have to tell you it was an accident? Move on already. You're an adult now. Isn't it time you started acting like one? Get over it.
I'm in a wheelchair because of you. How can you expect me to forget that? It's easy enough for you to say, isn't it? Because you can still live your life as normal.
Sure, it sucks that you got put in a wheelchair, but it was an accident. It's just one of those things, dear. It can't be helped.
Oh, it was an accident, was it? You pushed me while we were walking across a pedestrian bridge.
You were 6 years old back then, right? This is ancient history we're talking here. Sorry, sweetie pie. I'm afraid I don't remember. Are you sure you're not misremembering it? You know, dear, the older you get, the less reliable memories become.
Sure, I was just a kid when it happened, but I'll never forget what you did to me that day for as long as I live.
I see. It must be painful for you to carry around so much resentment all the time. But you didn't actually have any proof of your claims, did you? That's why your mom ended up going through such a hard time of it caring for you.
Yes, because we couldn't charge you for my medical treatment. You wouldn't take me seriously no matter how much I begged you. You refused to pay me a single cent for what you did to me, and to make matters worse, you pulled a vanishing act as soon as we started talking about compensation. And you're messaging me now? What do you want, and who the hell do you think you are?
Well, you see, dear, me and my husband got a divorce. So I had to move back to my hometown. Hey, how much money are you making these days?
And why in God's name would I tell you that? Let me make this crystal clear. I hate you. Like hell, I'm about to start having discussions about my salary with you.
I know you have a job. You work so hard despite the fact that you're in a wheelchair. Isn't that inspiring? You must be making a decent amount of money, right?
How do you know I'm working?
Why do you think? Because I asked your mother, obviously.
My mom? You're still in contact with my mom?
She is still my sister, Joe. We're obviously gonna stay in touch. What's up? Didn't you know?
My mom never mentioned anything about this to me. I thought you and my mom stopped speaking after you pulled a vanishing act after putting me in a wheelchair. I had no idea you were still in contact.
Oh, really? Okay, well, how to put this? I don't care. More importantly, how about you answer my question? Go on, tell me. How much money are you making? A rough figure is fine.
Like I said, I am not telling you.
Huh? Why not? What's the harm in telling me your salary? It's not like I'm asking for your bank details. Quit being so secretive already. We're family.
No. Family or not, I'll never forgive you for what you did, and I have absolutely zero interest in speaking to you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm pretty busy. I wouldn't have the time to speak to you, even if I wanted to. Goodbye.
Joe, I've been messaging you for a few days now. You could at least show your aunt the decency of replying every now and then. Hey!
Quit pestering me already. I don't want to speak to you. How much more obvious can I make it? Please stop harassing me. I am asking you nicely here.
Harassment? Oh my god, you're the biggest drama queen I've ever known. Why do you have to get so mad? Are you at work or something?
Yes, but you won't stop messaging me. I can't turn my phone on silent because I'm expecting an important call from a coworker. But my phone goes off every 5 minutes because you won't leave me alone. I can't even focus on my work because of you.
Well, in that case, how about you tell me how much money you make? And if you tell me, I promise to stop messaging you all the time.
Why are you so desperate to know? What relevance could my salary possibly have to you? We have nothing to do with each other.
Huh? But it is relevant, sweetie.
Why is it?
How am I supposed to know how much money I'm entitled to if I don't know your salary? That's why you need to hurry up and tell me.
How much you're entitled to? I don't follow. Wait a sec, do you think I'm gonna give you money?
Bingo! You hit the nail on the head, girlie. Well done, you. I told you, I got a divorce and came back to our hometown, right? As a result, I'm broke. That's why I was thinking of getting you to lend me a little something.
I have no idea why you think I'd do something like that. Why would I lend you money? You're literally the last person on earth I'd give anything to, let alone my hard-earned money.
No, dear. You're looking at this all wrong. The question is, why wouldn't you? Sure, you might be in a wheelchair, but if you think about it, it's all thanks to me you found yourself such a well-paying job. Which means you have an obligation to express your gratitude. Now, gratitude can take many forms, but in this case, I'm willing to allow you to repay your debt to me in the form of money. It's called common decency, and it's what being a mature adult is all about.
It's thanks to you I got my job? How the hell do you work that one out? You never helped me with anything.
Huh? Wait a second. Didn't your mom tell you anything?
About what?
Aha! So that's why she told me not to contact you. So who exactly do you think got you your current high-flying job with that major company? How rude. I feel like my kindness has been thrown right back in my face.
I still don't have any idea what you're talking about. Either start making sense or we're done here. What does my mom have to do with any of this?
You're in a wheelchair, right? Your mom didn't have enough money to cover your treatment after the accident. I could see what a desperate situation you guys were in, so I very kindly lent her the money.
You lent her the money? But I thought you refused to give us anything. Mom said she tried claiming the money for the treatment through her lawyer, but everything got rejected due to a lack of evidence.
Like I just told you, I lent her it. I reluctantly lent it to her when she showed up on my doorstep in floods of tears begging for help one day. Then, she made gradual repayments until eventually, I got back every cent she owed me and the debt was cleared.
Aunt Petunia, are you forgetting that me being in a wheelchair was your fault in the first place? The way you talk about it, anyone would think you were the victim in all of this. Stop being so arrogant and entitled.
You say it was my fault, but just like back then, you have zero proof to back up your claims. Your mother knew that. That's why she kept her mouth shut and paid me back my money without complaining. I even carried on getting money out of her every now and then after she got done with the repayment. She even gave me some last week.
What? More money? But why? Wait, no way. Have you been leeching off my mom this whole time?
Leeching? Don't say such scandalous and outrageous things, you insolent little girl. You do realize I helped you, right? Which means you have a duty and an obligation to repay me for my kindness. I mean, it's not that coming up with my money was easy for her, and I get the impression things have been especially hard for her as of late, but she still manages somehow or other. It's a small price for her daughter's life, though. Some things are irreplaceable, you know?
So what, now you plan on sponging off me instead because my mom ran out of money? You really are the most despicable piece of crap.
Now, Jill. I suggest you watch your mouth. We might not have spoken for a while, but I am still your aunt. Besides, look at it from my point of view. Coming up with the money for your treatment that quickly wasn't easy for me either. But your mother was so persistent in her begging, I felt like I had no choice. According to her, it was literally impossible for her to come up with the money without my help. And what can I say? It pulled at my conscience. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't leave me with a bitter taste in my mouth.
You said my mom already got done paying off her debt to you, right? Which means she owes you nothing now, and neither do I. Please, just leave us both alone from now on, Aunt Petunia.
I helped you both out in your time of need, Jill. Is this really any way to speak to the person who saved your life? Did your manners go to shit alongside losing the use of your leg?
My patience has its limits. I'm only repeating myself now, but like I said earlier, the fact I'm even in a wheelchair in the first place is all down to you. Don't you think what you're asking of me is a little rich, given what you did to me?
Now you're gonna make me repeat myself too, huh? Shall we just go around in circles all day, dear? Fine, have it your way. As long as you don't have proof for these wild, baseless claims you're making, the only cold, hard reality of the situation is that I, a generous and kind benefactor, selflessly helped you and your mother out during a time of need and desperation. Do I make myself clear?
By the way, exactly how much are you asking my mom to give you?
I think it was somewhere in the region of $5,000.
$5,000? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious, dear. Ideally, I'd like it during the next few weeks. If the two of you do some brainstorming and you help her by chipping in some money from your wages, surely you can come up with my money somehow or the other. Surely the two of you can come up with $5,000 if you work as a team. I believe in you, dear. You and your mother can totally do this.
This conversation is pointless. There is no way we can come up with that much.
Why not?
Because me and my mom are not your personal ATM. Even if we did owe you a debt of gratitude to begin with, by your own admission, my mom paid it all off, and we have no obligation to give you a single cent extra on top of it.
I'm also telling you I'm not satisfied with how much she gave me. Surely you know there's no debt without interest. All I'm doing is asking for the interest that's rightfully mine.
Interest? No way, that's not our problem. You don't just get to arbitrarily decide we still owe you money after my mom got done paying what you asked her for. Just leave us the hell alone already. If you don't, I'll be forced to take action.
Jill, what's going on? Tell me where your mother is right now.
Why are you messaging me again all of a sudden? I don't know, and whatever you want, it's not my problem.
You don't know, really? You better not be covering for her because she's your mother.
Covering for her? What the hell are you talking about? Why would I need to cover for her?
Wow, are you for real? You really don't know?
That's what I'm telling you, isn't it? Quit being so ambiguous and tell me what you're talking about already.
I see. Fine. Well, in that case, I guess I have no choice. Your mother pulled a vanishing act, so you'll be paying me $5,000 a month in her place. She told me to get the money from you instead. You wouldn't refuse an order from your own mother, would you?
I was wondering what you were talking about. So you meant that all along? Sure, no problem. Guess who gave my mom those instructions? Me, the CEO.
Huh? You, a wheelchair-bound cripple, a CEO? You gave your mom instructions. What on earth are you talking about, my dear? Have you been taking drugs?
How dense are you? Why would being in a wheelchair stop me from running a company? Sure, I've received lots of help from my employees, but my condition doesn't stop me from fulfilling my managerial duties.
You, a CEO? Is this some kind of joke?
How many times do you want me to say it? Yes, I'm the CEO. If you don't believe me, how about I send you some business cards? Or would you rather take a look at our company page or my Peepsin account?
Wait, if you're a CEO and CEOs run companies, and companies make money, so you can afford to pay me.
Well done, Einstein. Yes, it just so happens that I do make an above-average salary. So yes, I am capable of paying you $5,000 a month.
But what do you mean when you say you gave your mom instructions? You were vehemently opposed to paying me my money the last time we spoke. If you told your mom to go silent on me and ask you for the money instead, does that mean you planned this whole thing?
You're reading too deeply into it. It's just that my mom works currently at my company. That's why I worded it that way. But she's away on vacation now, so I have no idea where she is.
Whatever. None of this matters. The real question is, why did you suddenly change your mind and decide to pay me? Quit beating around the bush and tell me.
I wish you would have just given up when I refused you the first time around. But being you, I knew there was a pretty strong chance you'd go pestering my mom instead. The thing is, not only does my mom have zero obligation to pay you that much money, she also can't afford to. Which is why I told her to send you back in my direction the next time you showed up begging.
But I still don't understand. This doesn't make any sense. You were defiantly against paying me before. Don't get me wrong, I'm pleased, but what changed your mind?
You're so persistent and obsessive. I figured it would be better to pay you if it meant you finally shutting up and leaving us alone once and for all. It made more sense for the money to come from me, since it'll barely make a dent in my finances, as opposed to driving my mom further along the path to financial ruin. Make no mistake, I don't want to pay you, but my mom clearly doesn't feel like she's in a very strong position to refuse your demands. So I figured it was better for me to pay you, that's all.
Very well. I'm very kindly willing to take what you're saying at face value. I take it you can have the money ready immediately?
$5,000, right? I can head over to your place and hand it over tomorrow. I'll also be handing you a contract.
Wow, tomorrow? You work fast. What do you mean a contract?
You might be a relative, but financial transactions can be a pain in the ass from a legal perspective. It's hardly a small amount of money we're dealing with here. I'm the CEO of a company, so I'll have to be thorough. All my I's have to be dotted and all of my T's crossed. It's just part of my risk avoidance policy. It's not a big deal, so don't worry about it.
I see. Well, in that case, all right. I'm pleased you're finally willing to work with me on this. But Jill, I need to make it clear that this won't just be a one-time payment. I'll be needing $5,000 a month for the foreseeable future. That won't be a problem for you, will it?
I'll work with you on that to the degree that I can. Is that okay with you?
Very well. In that case, I have nothing more to say on the matter. But still, I can't believe it. To think someone in a wheelchair could actually become a CEO. You did the family proud this time, Jill.
Thank you.
I'm filled with pride as your aunt, dear. I'm counting on you. Don't let me down. Jill, I've been checking my banking app all day, but this month's payment still hasn't gone into my account. I have some payments to make soon, so I'm gonna need that money sooner rather than later.
What are you talking about? There won't be any payment this month.
Huh? What are you talking about, Jill? You promised me $5,000 a month for the foreseeable future. We had an agreement. I didn't say we were finished yet.
Oh no. Could it be? You did read that contract you signed back when I gave you the first $5,000, right?
Contract? Oh, that piece of paper I signed before you gave me the money? Didn't you say that was just a formality? Who the hell reads those things? Of course I didn't read it. But so what? What's your point?
Well, this was clearly written in the contract, Article 3, Clause 7 to be precise, that if your repayments on the money I lent you were ever late, I wouldn't be giving you any further loans.
What? Whoa. Wait a second. Loans? Repayments? What in heavens are you talking about? I thought you gave me that $5,000.
Don't make me laugh. Why would I ever give you money? That $5,000 was a loan. You signed the contract yourself.
But I didn't know about any of this. Surely that invalidates everything you're saying.
Nope, not even close. This was all clearly written in the contract. It's not my fault you chose to sign it without reading it. You will be paying me back every cent that you owe me. As things stand, the fee is $15,000 for the last 3 months, plus the interest on the delayed repayments.
Don't screw me around, you scheming little witch. I don't have a hope in hell of coming up with that kind of money. Who do you think I am, Jeff Bezos? I don't even have enough money for the rent, let alone $15,000 plus interest.
I guess I don't mind waiting. But you should know the interest will continue to pile up if you don't pay me back soon. Is that what you want?
Of course it's not what I goddamn want. How can this not be fraud? You tricked me. Screw your proxy contract. It's invalid. I ain't paying you back, jack bitch.
Just to make this clear, I am saving these chat logs, so you might want to be a little more careful with how you speak to me. So, you refuse to pay me back what you owe, I see. In that case, you forced my hand. Let's take this to court. This should go without saying, but you don't have any hope of winning.
Why not? I'm the victim in all this. Of course I'm going to win.
I gave you the minimum explanation that's legally required during transactions of this kind when you signed the contract. All of the conditions for the loan, including interest, were clearly written in the contract itself. You're the one who signed it without reading a single word because you were so desperate to get your hands on the cash. I haven't done anything remotely illegal, but you're welcome to take it to a lawyer if you don't believe me. You'll be wasting your money, though. You don't have a chance of winning.
Fine, I'll go to the cops. This is fraud, plain and simple. There's no way this can be legal. You know what? Screw it. I will go to a lawyer.
And like I just told you, I haven't done anything illegal. So you can speak to the cops or a lawyer if you like, but I guarantee you it won't change a thing. If anything, you'll be the one who gets in trouble for going to the cops with this.
And what's that supposed to mean?
You put me in a wheelchair. I couldn't take it to court when it happened because I didn't have enough evidence. But reinvestigation is possible.
What?
And you should know that even as an adult, I never stopped investigating and looking for proof. And guess what? I found some. It might not be damning evidence, but it is at the very least enough to get you arrested and detained. If you're prepared to take on that risk, then feel free to go to the cops.
Whoa there. Just wait a second, Jill. You have evidence? Are you being serious? Does evidence actually exist after all this time?
If I showed you, it'd probably end up getting thrown in the trash or destroyed somehow, so I'm afraid that's gonna have to remain unanswered for the time being. But I can tell you it pertains both to you blackmailing my mother and what you did to me when I was a kid. Believe me, I have evidence, and I'm willing to use it. You're a fool if you believe you'd walk out of a court with an innocent verdict.
Oh my god. But Jill, I can't pay you back that much money. I don't have it anymore. I divorced my husband, you know. Plus, I quit my job when you gave me the first $5,000 because I thought I'd be getting a top-up every month from then onwards. I'm serious. There's absolutely no way I can pay you back.
That's why I said I'd wait for you to come up with the money. You have nothing to worry about. I don't care how long it takes as long as I get my money eventually.
But you said there was interest on it.
Oh, that? Oh, that can't be helped. Surely you knew that there was no debt without interest. That's why I strongly advise you to pay me back sooner rather than later. If you don't, it'll blow up so much you'll probably be paying me off for the rest of your life.
Oh my god. I don't even have money to get by on this month, and you're asking me to pay back $15,000 plus interest? This is absurd. How exactly do you suggest I come up with that kind of money?
I guess all you can do is try your best. As for this month's living costs, don't worry, I've got you covered. Since the circumstances are what they are, I'm willing to lend you whatever money you need. Of course, that means the interest rate going up even higher, but as long as that's all right with you, I'm game. After that, Petunia reluctantly decided to borrow the living expenses she couldn't afford to cover for that month. Now she's working several jobs a day and night while surviving on nothing but 2 hours of sleep to pay me back the whole sum, which has now ballooned up to a grand total of $20,000, plus interest, of course. Aunt Petunia not only stole my freedom by condemning me to a wheelchair for the rest of my life, but she also relentlessly blackmailed my mom and was clearly willing to stop at nothing to escape responsibility for what she did to me. They say what goes around comes around, and I think that perfectly describes the fate of my immoral, unscrupulous aunt this time around. Oh, by the way, when I said I had evidence proving she was responsible for the accident that paralyzed me when I was a kid, I was lying. It's not that I have nothing, but I struggle to believe the flimsy scraps I do have would be enough to compel the police to arrest her. That said, it worked excellently as a scare tactic, which is exactly what I intended it to be. My Aunt Petunia, who fell for it hook, line, and sinker, is currently working herself to the bone to come up with the money for my debt repayments. As for how things are going on my end, me and my mom are currently working hard at the company, and are privileged enough to enjoy a standard of living lots higher than back when I had my accident. I have to take some credit for how well the company's doing these days, since I've definitely had my fair share of sleepless nights since becoming CEO. But there's no denying that the rest of the staff at the company, including my mom, have contributed hugely to its continued success. I'm committed to continuing to work hard while never forgetting that I'm always indebted to the help and kindness of others.
Hey Selma, how have you been? We need to talk. I have a lot to say.
What do we need to talk about, Renee?
Us. I hate being this way with you.
There's nothing to talk about. My blood sister betrayed me. You, all of people, Renee, I still can't believe you'd hurt me that way.
I admit to all my wrongdoings. I was foolishly blinded by love, and you can't blame me entirely.
Can you hear yourself? I can't blame you entirely after I caught you naked with my boyfriend. My boyfriend? You stooped so low and acted cheaply to steal him from me.
I didn't steal him. He wanted me, and I just made his wish a reality. We both desired each other.
I'm not having this stupid conversation with you, Renee. If you have anything more important to say to me than this display of your cruelty, text me then. Bye!
I'm getting married.
Oh, I said something important, not a random lie. I'm not stupid.
It is not a random lie, sis. Phil wants me to be his wife. You should be happy for me.
You're getting married to Phil? Are you this crazy?
Yes, I am crazily in love with him and cannot wait to be his wife. If you would go out more and find yourself a man, you might get lucky to have a taste of what love is. This lonely life is eating you up and turning you against me.
It's none of your business what happens in my life. Happy married life to you. There you go. Can you let me be now?
Stop being harsh to me. I'm trying to apologize to you and you're making it hard by shutting me away. I'm sorry.
I'm not being harsh. I'm just shocked a little. First, you text me after several months of distancing yourself from me, and now you're talking about your wedding. I'm speechless.
I know it's a lot to process right now, but first things first, I want to fix my relationship with you. I want my sister back.
I don't know what to say. I felt hurt, Renee. If it is my forgiveness that you're waiting for, then I forgive you.
I don't just want your forgiveness. I want your love back and to be close with you again. Best friends, just like before.
I can't promise you that now.
I know. I deserve whatever treatment you decide on, but please, I give anything to right my wrongs. I've missed us, sis.
I've missed you too, but still, we can't get back to how we were so quickly.
I know you need time and I must prove myself worthy of your trust again.
Yes, you do.
My first step is giving you the privilege of being my maid of honor.
What do you mean?
I want you to be my maid of honor on my special day.
Me?
Yes, you.
I think this is a wrong idea and you have chosen the wrong person.
No, I haven't. It's just you I want to be my maid of honor.
How do you expect me to be the maid of honor when it's my ex-boyfriend you have chosen to marry?
I figured you would have forgotten about the past and move on.
Some things are hard to forget. Anyway, as you have said, the past is in the past.
So you accept to be my maid of honor?
Okay.
That is a yes?
Yes. Does Mom know about this wedding?
Of course she does. It's going to be a memorable day, sis. Thank you so much.
And she accepted for you to marry him?
Yes, she did. Stop worrying about us.
Alright.
Can we meet for lunch at Parker's Diner and discuss the wedding plan?
Sure. Meet me there by 1 p.m.
Hello, sis. How are you?
I'm doing great. And you?
I'm fine. I just saw the advertisement of your business on the television. I'm so happy about the growth of your business.
Thank you so much. How are the wedding plans going, by the way?
I must say, I'm really proud of you. The wedding plans have a little setback. I just didn't want to disturb you about them.
What's wrong?
I am having problems getting the loan I applied for to be approved. And without the money, we can't secure the wedding venue before it is booked for that day.
That isn't good.
Yes, it is. Sis, I was hoping I could ask for a favor.
Go ahead.
Now you are a prominent businesswoman. Can you help me pay for the wedding venue? I hope it is not too much to ask. I promise to pay you back with full interest as soon as I get the loan.
Giving you the money shouldn't be any problem.
Really?
It is nothing, really.
Thank you so much. I swear with my life I'll pay you back.
That's alright. Consider it done.
I can't thank you enough, sis. You're the best.
How is the wife-to-be? Getting nervous?
Hey, sis. I'm too excited to get nervous.
Your day is almost here. I am all set.
About that, something came up.
Something bad? Tell me now, what was wrong?
Just relax and hear me out.
What?
Phil doesn't want you at their wedding.
What?
You can't show up anymore.
Why can't I show up anymore?
You both have a messy history together, so we decided it would be better you weren't around us.
And how does that affect me being at my sister's wedding? You're joking, right?
No, I'm not. Your presence there will stir up all memories he wants to forget.
Are you being serious?
Yes,
I should have never trusted you. I knew it was too good to be true.
You didn't want to attend in the first place, and I know you aren't in support of our union. So do us a favor and stay away.
You chose him over me for the second time. You made me your maid of honor, or you lied about that too.
Believe whatever you want. I don't care. I'll make sure to send pictures and videos.
I paid for your venue, and here I am getting uninvited. To hell with your pictures and videos. I don't want anything to do with you any longer.
You're just being childish. I know you'll get over it.
Has anyone ever told you how crazy you are?
I'm not crazy. You are. You never wanted me to marry him, so why fight to attend now?
Phil has brainwashed you.
Phil has done nothing but love me wholeheartedly. You were too blind to see that he never liked you. You're the only one trying to ruin my marriage.
Shut your mouth up. To hell with you and Phil.
To hell with you too. Do yourself a favor and don't show your ugly face at my wedding or you'll regret it. You are a cruel bitch.
I can say the same of you too.
How dare you embarrass me in front of the entire guest?
I did nothing wrong.
You must be happy now seeing that my wedding can take place. I hope you choke on the happiness and take your last breath.
None of that is going to happen to me. I took what was paid by me and used it for my interests. I don't think I did any wrong. Or wait, did you pay for the venue with your money?
You know we booked that venue for our wedding and you took it away from us. Wicked soul. You used my venue for your stupid company party just to show how evil you are.
It was quite the party. We all enjoy ourselves. My workers deserve the celebration. I'm glad your wedding was ruined. You should have thought twice before conniving with your foolish man to trick me. Did you really think you would get away with it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop the act. Mom told me everything she heard you and Phil say about tricking me into paying for the venue.
That is not true.
You want to go ahead and lie again? Aren't you tired?
You had just heard you didn't get invited to my wedding. Can't you let it go? Why did you have to disgrace me?
Revenge is best served when the person is unaware. You didn't stop at using me but went ahead to kick me out of your wedding. Who is the cruel one here? Stabbing me in the back multiple times now.
Shame on you. You might have destroyed my wedding, but you still can't get Phil. He'll never be yours.
You can keep that poor man of yours that you claim to love so much. I have nothing to do with him.
Did you just call Phil poor? In case you don't know, he's thriving in his business and making a huge profit. You're just jealous of him. You can have him or his money.
Is that the lie he told you? You're so gullible. Why do you think he can afford to pay for the venue if he has so much money you brag about?
The money he was expecting had not clicked yet. That's why. My love isn't broke.
Stop being so naive, Renee. He has nothing. Nothing. He stayed with me for my money, and I bet if he squanders yours, he will leave you too.
You're lying to me. I don't believe you. Phil cannot lie to me. He loves me for me and not my money.
At least before you defend your stupid love, find out if I'm wrong or not. You'd be shocked. Trust me.
I have nothing to doubt about Phil. He tells me everything. Trying to put an end to our love cannot work. Quit the lies and get a life of your own.
I have a life of my own. I'm not the one living under the shadows of another and being deceived by him.
Don't talk to me ever again.
I've no reason to.
I know I have said a lot of hurtful things to you and I've been the worst sister. Please forgive me.
What do you want from me?
I'm very sorry, sis. I should have believed you.
He has dumped you?
After our conversation, I did some investigation of my own and found out everything you said was true. I was too ashamed to admit it to you after.
Didn't I warn you? You were so blinded that you let a man ruin our relationship and deceive you.
I know I was stupid to trust him over you. Mom has stopped talking to me. You're the only family I have left. Please forgive me.
Have you forgotten about how you called me a cruel bitch that wanted to ruin your marriage? Or how you said I should never speak to you again?
I didn't mean anything I said. I take it back. Please.
You meant it all. You willingly chose him over me. You willingly destroyed your relationship with your family. I loved you more than he did, but you decided to accept his and shut me out.
Find a place in your heart to forgive me. I promise I'll change.
You said that the last time. You've used your chances up.
Phil left me with nothing. I have nobody or family to run to. Please don't leave me too. I beg of you.
You wrecked yourself, Renee. Your stubbornness and your stupidity have led you to this ruin.
I know. Just please don't let me suffer this way. I plead.
You're on your own now, Renee. I have nothing to do with you. I'm finally taking your advice and getting a life of my own, finding a man who truly loves me.
I'm still your sister. I know deep down you still care for me. Please, forgive me.
Did you remember I was your sister when you seduced my boyfriend? Or when you plan to use me and get me uninvited to your wedding? Have you forgotten?
I know you're still angry, but please, don't let this anger get the better part of you. Please forgive me. I'll change, I promise.
I'm sorry, but this is goodbye, sister. I wish things were different.
Don't leave me too. I don't deserve this. Please, please, I'm begging. Give me another chance, just this last time. I promise to be a whole new person. I'll never betray or take you for granted. I promise to be different, just one more chance.
Hi, love. Who are you?
Your one true love.
I don't know who you are.
It's me, Phil. I've missed you.
You've got some nerves texting me. Are you sick?
I want you, Selma.
You must be drunk.
We were perfect together before that selfish bitch you have as a sister separated us.
And you are a manipulating, deceitful being. If you ask me, you fit each other. How did you get my number?
That doesn't matter now. You matter. Let's talk about us, please.
There is no us, and there will never be. Using my sister for money wasn't enough for you?
I never really loved Renee. She forced herself on me and got what she deserved. Give me another trial. I promise I won't let you down.
Are you here to beg for money? You finally squandered all the money you took from my sister.
I didn't take anything from her. She gave me willingly.
You are never getting any chance, you thief.
I have a new business idea that will be beneficial to us. With your money and my skills, we will become richer in no time. Just give me a chance with you first.
I just knew it's only my money you want.
I want the money to make more, that's all.
Never in your life reach out to me ever again. Renee, who had been disowned by both her mother and her sister Selma, now had to start from the bottom. She had no one to talk to as the other family members also disliked her for her behavior, and a lot of friends left her once her wedding was cancelled because they were embarrassed to be seen with her. She ended up living on the government's assistance as she was unable to get a job for herself and also a place to live. As for Phil, he tried many different business ideas and failed them all due to his lack of support and skills. He had been begging Selma for help, but never with luck, and she would never want to associate herself with him ever again. As for Selma, she recently launched a new business and it took off greatly, making her very successful in her career, alongside with having a new man in her life who values her and loves her for who she is and not for her money.